live. What's happening, y'all? Welcome, man. I guess welcome back for the first time to the Creatia Conversation, the number one live daily nerd-ish news show on Pornhub. I am your host, the self-knighted and now Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined today by the Ward Maverick. How you doing, man?
Well, seeing as Creatia Conversation was originally something that you just refused to let me be on, and now it looks like I'm going to be on it possibly all this week and at least 3 times a week, I'm doing fucking fantastic, Travis.
Speaking of all this week, yes, this is now a daily show, folks. Creatia Conversation has been gone for a while. Used to be a monthly thing. And we just said, you know what? No, we're going to do this every day. So what we're going to do here, we're going to break down all the, the latest in the nerdy news that comes through all the airways on the internet and all that. We'll talk about it here, have, discussions about it, and we'll have a good time. Every day, lunchtime, come spend your lunch with us. We'd love to have you.
Whether you're eating a sandwich or something else, which is more appropriate for listening to us.
Exactly. Whatever you have in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever you put in your mouth, all right? But anyway, what you been up to, man? What you been watching? What you been playing? What's been going on?
I haven't been doing, the only thing I play now is Pokemon. I've been playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet whenever I find free time. Watching outside of the 100 hours of wrestling I've got to watch every week to do our show. I went back and started rewatching all the MC movies.
Every week.
I do watch a lot of wrestling.
Like, even when I was on there with you every week, I didn't watch that much wrestling. I refused. You just want to say, like, oh, did you watch Dynamite? Nope.
And on top of all the wrestling that I watch, like, that's just for Smack and Raw, then once a month I've also got to watch a shit ton of WCW so we could do.
Oh, that's a treat, sir. That is a treat, and you know it.
It's still more wrestling, Travis. It's still like 7 more hours of wrestling in a week.
But think of it as the price you have to pay to be able to hang out with me more,
That's a steep price.
Now, is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't.
That's fair.
But other than that, like, I started rewatching the MCU movies just to, like, kill time and shit. But I've been moving, as you can tell. Every day my background is just going to become emptier and emptier, and then it's going to look like I'm sitting in a weird gray prison cell until we get moved into the new house. So
it's funny, like, as yours becomes more and more sparse, mine is going to start to fill up. So, because I just moved myself. I mentioned this on Creatia Comics a while back, but I just moved myself. So this space is not all the way together yet. I'm still getting everything together. As you can see, I'm still a little bit darker than I want to be here. There's, the lighting situation is not what I want. But
I just thought it was the sun in Atlanta that did that to you.
It's possible, but it's been actually really cloudy and rainy, so I haven't gotten much sun since I've been here. And
it's actually honestly, not
this. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, no, finish.
No, I was gonna say the sun here is not nearly as intense as it was in Texas. So it's just.
Well, I was gonna say it's January and, like, it's in the 30s. It's gonna go up into the 40s in Chicago, and not to jinx.
That's a win for you. That's a win for you.
There's not a lot of snow, but it has me worried because then it's like, okay, maybe this whole climate change thing is a bigger deal than I thought, because in January it should be like single digits.
Oh no, we're all gonna die. I don't know if you it's yeah.
Well, I knew it was coming.
Yeah, we're all fucked. So,
but I thought it was coming, like, for when my daughter was, like, I thought it was way down.
You thought
like,
you'd be dead and gone by the time it was a real problem. I know. I get you. Exactly. I get you. That's fair.
And I also kind of wished for that on a Zoom call, and now I'm starting to feel bad about it. So,
Katie's talking to you.
I am the warden, so it wouldn't be too weird if I were in a prison cell. That is true. And hi, Amani. I missed you, seeing as we're not doing the Dragon show, and I don't get to talk to you anymore.
But yeah. So you've been playing a lot of. I keep, like, saying, like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into Pokemon, because this was the one that I said, this might get me back in. This might get me back in because
So
I got the one that came out earlier in the year. Started with an A.
Arceus, Legends Arceus.
Yes, yes. And I was just like, no. But if you did this, like the way you're doing this, but with old school Pokemon, I would love it. And then that's what I've been told that this one is. And yeah.
Kinda, yes. They took some things from Arceus and put it into this. So out of the two, I like Violet better. I think that the Paradox Pokemon designs and everything are cooler for Violet and some of the other stuff that, like, some of the looks of the Pokemon and shit that you get in Violet. However, you are doing the gyms. You're going to get that feel that you were missing that we talked about in Arceus, where you know you're with your starter Pokemon and you build that relationship. You'll get that.
Right. I need my crew. Like I need to accumulate my crew. Starting with my starter. I saw the one too. Like I want my little duck buddy. Like
you are the only person I know that was like, I want the fucking duck. That was literally the last one on my list.
Oh man, I hear you. Well, on my end, what have I been watching? I'm actually rewatching Star Trek Discovery.
Okay.
Because Amani has never seen it. So I'm like, so I'll get to watch more Star Trek. Cool. Let's watch Star Trek. Also, have you seen the show on Netflix, Chicago Party Aunt?
No.
Oh, you should watch that show. You should watch it. It's so good.
Okay.
It's animated. It is fucking fantastic. Like there are certain times like, yeah, this is a very Chicago thing right here. And I'm loving it. Problem is she's a Cubs fan, but we can, I can forgive that. There was one moment though, this past season, where she was watching television and the Empire carpet commercial came on. And I was just like, oh, this takes me back. And she was watching Married with Children also.
866 Empire.
Yeah. 800 580 2300.
Yeah.
Oh man, so yeah, there's that.
But listen, if they're gonna do this, if you're gonna do Chicago and you're gonna do Chicago commercials, they're gonna need to have an Eagle Man commercial, Travis. She needs to be watching TV and Eagle Man needs to come on.
It must be Eagle Man. Yeah.
Look at those low rates.
Oh shit. Yeah. Let's see. What else have I been watching though? A lot of stuff has been on break, so I'm kind of like having a hard time remembering them all. Oh, I just watched Kaleidoscope over the weekend though. Did you watch that?
I have not watched that yet, but I showed Kate the premise of it or whatever, kind of like a trailer, and she's really interested. So that's on our list.
Very well done. The whole watch it in the order thing works. Only thing is I think it's White that you have to watch last. Other than that, watch it in the order you want. And it worked. That's cool. Okay.
That's weird as shit, and that's
it is. But it works.
Very interested. So, yeah. I also watch a lot of Bluey. You Bluey?
yeah. I imagine so.
Bluey's some good shit. So,
does your kid? Speaking of kids shit, does Doc watch Doggyland?
No, she is very much a Disney Junior girl. So Puppy Dog Pals, anything and everything Mickey Mouse. And there's listen, let me tell you something. There's some weird Mickey Mouse animation shit on Disney. I don't know what it is, but it's in like black and white and all the characters are drawn weird. And like, it seems kind of adult. And I'm like, I don't know where this is or why this is here, but this does not feel like it should be here. But Mickey Mouse's Funhouse, Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse, Roadster Racers, Bluey, Puppy Dog Pals, Doc McStuff, all that shit. Anything Disney, she loves and watches.
But yeah, should show her Doggyland though, like it's Snoop, like
Okay.
When I first saw that existed, I'm like, yeah, we need to all children should be watching this.
Bluey is my favorite of all the shit she watches, though I've seen every episode about 1,000 times now.
Yeah, that's the thing. They can watch the same shit over and over again like that.
We used to.
I know. It's a kid thing. Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain things that I will watch over and over again. Like, I'll go through Brooklyn Nine-Nine over and over again. I'll go through The Office over and over again. All that kind of stuff. But as far as watching the same specific episode over and over again, though, I can't do that.
No, we have not watched the new Blue's Clues movie. Amani. I don't know if she likes Blue. Like, I don't think I put when she was younger. I know we had Blue's Clues on for her, but I don't think she's really watched much Blue's Clues. Like I said, it's every day. It's the puppy dog pals, Bluey, Mickey Mouse. Like, I try and put on like classic Disney movies that we watch, and she gets distracted and has no interest. Like, she don't want to watch Hercules. She doesn't want to watch Toy Story or any of that shit. It's what she's into, which sucks. But like, now I get it as a parent. Like, my parents were like, "Oh yeah, let's watch this," and it's like, no, that's not what I want to watch. Put on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the 1,000th time.
Yeah. So the same 2 episodes that we recorded off of television 2 years ago that I watch every day.
Oh, I was a movie guy. I ran the Ghostbusters movie and both Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, Secret of the Ooze. I ran those VHSs dead. So I could watch them back to back. Like, I just rewind it and pop it back in. I watch the same movie over again.
Mine was actually, I had this on the same tape. I had 3 Ninjas, the first one, of course, and the third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, the one when they went back in time in Japan.
Uh-huh.
The one that a lot of people just say is horrible, but I watched it over and over again. I fucking
it
loved
is
that
horrible.
Movie, but I loved it.
It is horrible. No, it's terrible.
I loved it.
They changed the look of the turtles. They gave it freckles and shit.
Yeah, they look awful. Like, objectively, it's a bad movie. I know that. Okay. I just don't care.
Though I do kind of wish that they would have taken those turtles and put them in one of our Dynasty Warriors games as like DLC characters.
That would be fucking awesome.
Or I guess it'd be Samurai Warriors because it was Japan, but
yeah.
Warriors of Orochi.
We'll put in Warriors of Orochi. I was about to say, there you go, Warriors of Orochi. You're right.
The fuck?
Boom, compromise. We got it.
Another thing that I can watch over and over and over again is porn, Travis. And I had to do some research last night.
You did. Let's get into the news because we can just go there now. It is what we like to call around here newsy time. The AVN Awards were over the weekend. Your Adult Video News Awards, people. So let's talk about that. The awards that were won, the awards that were not won. You said you did some research. It's good because I did some research too. Let's get into this. All right, so just a little overview. This was actually the 40th AVN Awards. Now, I didn't know they've been doing these awards for 40 years. All right. Now, I don't know if that's because it actually was a yearly thing or certain years it did more than one or what happened, but this was the 40th AVN Awards.
Sad part is one of my favorite porn stars was probably at the first one, so
we'll get into that in just a second. Actually, no, we'll get into that now. Who?
Ava Adams.
Oh,
she's getting up there. She's got to be 50, pushing 60 at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if she was doing porn 40 years ago though.
I mean, if she's pushing 60, she could have been 20.
How old is Ava Adams? We can look that up. Hold on. Go to the.
I'm gonna feel real bad if she's like 40 something.
Okay. You can go to, I don't know if you knew about this, the Internet Adult Film Database. You can look all this stuff up.
I did not know that. I was just going to go to Wikipedia.
All the porn info you need. The Internet Adult Film Database. It's fantastic. Come on. Let's go.
She was born in Gibraltar.
She spells with 2 D's, right?
Yep.
All right. There we go. There she is. All right. So she is 43 years old.
Damn. Wow, I aged
Yep.
her way up.
Yep. Born September 16th, 1979.
I apologize if you ever hear this. I did not mean.
It says she was pushing 60.
I said she had to be. I feel like she's been around forever. Right?
Oh, man. But anyway, there were, 380 trophies given out, 123 categories. There are 23 fan voted categories. And the awards were given. There were 62 girls were given awards, 55 guys were given awards, 45 movies were given awards. Let's see, it was hosted by Bella Danger, Rhea Sunshine, and Matt Rife. I don't know Matt Rife. Do you know Matt Rife?
Listen, I barely know any of the male porn stars' names because those are not the people that I am Googling to go look. Like, I'm not like, hey, let me just go see Manuel Ferrara. You know, like, I'm not in it for him. I'm trying to see who, you know, if he's there, cool. Like, thanks for showing up. But yeah, no.
Oh man.
But I did go check out one half of the winner of best oral sex scene, Lainey Gray.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of her before we knew about that. Before I saw this award, I looked up like, okay, that's you. Okay. There are a few of them. It's like this was educational. You know, I learned some new porn stars, you know.
Exactly, yeah. Also, I didn't realize that there was like a whole category for just like international shit.
Me neither.
I just assumed all porn was under, like, I didn't know we separated it out. I just figured porn was porn and it didn't matter if it was from the Czech Republic or America.
You know, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
It really,
you're right. Porn should just be porn, but you know.
Also, did you notice? So, like, I was looking best new international starlet, Little Dragon, and then
Little
international
Dragon.
female performer of the year.
Hair?
Yeah, it looks a little pink.
Yeah.
But then international performer of the year was Little Caprice. And I'm wondering if, like, internationally, women, like, if it's like rap, where it was like Lil Wayne, like all that shit for so long, like if that's now, but it's Little over in like Europe or wherever the fuck they're pulling them from, where that's all the female porn stars trend now, because both the female performer of the year and the new starlet of the year internationally have Little as the beginning of their, or is that just like a descriptor for, are they tiny
I
girls?
think that's just what she like, you know, I think that's what they like internationally is when they're little. I don't know. But
I like them big.
Let's see. So I'd heard of Rhea Sunshine before, but Bella Danger is what I knew better. She's Bella Danger. I remember her voice because it's just one of those things. She always sounds like she lost her voice.
Yeah,
when she's talking. Like, you let her host, you have to listen to her talk the whole night.
The only reason I know Rhea Sunshine is I went through like a Naked News phase in my porn watching, and she was on Naked News for quite a while.
I remember Naked News.
Yeah.
Let's see. You say you don't know any of the men. I don't know many of them either, but best leading actor, Seth Gamble. You know,
I've heard of him.
Yeah. I've seen his face. I didn't know his name, but I saw his face. I'm like, oh, I recognize you.
See, I'm the opposite. I look at his face. I'm like, I know the name, but I don't know the face. And the sad part is I'd probably be able to tell if they had a picture of his dick up there who it was better than his face. So.
He also won Male Performer of the Year. So he best actor and best performer. Best leading actress, though, Maitland Ward. You know who Maitland Ward is.
Oh, right? I absolutely know who Maitland Ward is. And I have seen just about everything Maitland Ward has done since getting into porn.
Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously Boy Meets World. Also background character in White Chicks.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's in White Chicks.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
I definitely knew about Boy Meets World, though. But it was just like, oh, look at that. Look at that. She's, I think there was. Junkie. Oh man. Let's see. Caden Cross for outstanding director in individual work on Maitland Ward's movie.
Not Karrion Cross, Caden Cross.
Caden.
I think they're related.
Caden. They might be.
That's his sister.
Does he spell it with a K?
Yeah.
Yeah. They might be. Maybe
that's why he's so angry all the time.
Let's see. There was female performer of the year, Kira Noir.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, Dan, look at you. I follow her on TikTok. She's fucking hilarious.
Is she really?
Yeah, she is. She's funny as fuck.
So there are I've heard of Grinders, but I've never seen Grinders. But
I don't know what that is. I know it exists, but I don't know anything about it. I saw this. I'm like, okay, so this is the movie. I don't know what's special about the movie. I don't know what a grand reel is. That was my thing. And I started trying to look up what a grand reel is, and I still don't know.
Well, yeah, it doesn't tell you what a grand reel is either here. Grand reel made its debut for the first time as a category at AVN back in 2001. No other awards besides AVN had ever nominated anyone for this category. But yeah, it doesn't tell you what it means. But Grinders won more than that. But I've seen it in ads, but I've never actually again, I wasn't really sure what it was. However, just below that, Best Actor Featurette, Tommy Pistol in The Bargain. Based off of the cover art of The Bargain alone, I am fucking curious.
Oh man, this is one of those things where it's just I wish I could just share the screen and show y'all what this stuff is, but I'm not. Yeah, we can't.
You're not risking it. Maybe next year we can do a Pornhub only, and we can do all that. But
yeah. I mean, later on we have the Pornhub Awards do happen, so we'll when the Pornhub Awards happen, maybe we'll do that. Try to be figure out how to make sure we can be live on Pornhub for it.
But I've been on a parody porn kick. So that whole thing, I've looked at horror, we very soon on Getting Off when I find the time are going to do a watch along to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre XXX porn parody featuring Ron Jeremy. But I've been kind of into parody, it's something different. So Spidey Pool.
I'm about to say Spidey Pool. I didn't know about that one. I'm like, look at that.
I want to check that out. This whole thing with whatever the fuck Krampus looking succubus thing is that's about to give this dude a blowjob for The Bargain. Fucking the demon, I guess, whatever it is. I'm kind of curious. I want to check it out.
We mentioned Kira Noir winning Female Performer of the Year. She also won Best Supporting Actress.
Mm-hmm.
So it's look at you with your acting chops too. Look at you.
And Misty Stone won Best Non-Sex Performance.
Yeah, and I'm just love, sex, and music is what this is. So what did she do in this movie that was non-sex related? I'm just I kind of want to see it so I know what she won the award for.
Possibly the music part. Maybe she's a singer.
I hope not. She doesn't seem to have a singing voice.
Deeper won a lot of shit as I'm scrolling through here, and I was looking last night. Angela White and Manuel Ferrara got Best Anal Sex Scene from a thing from Deeper. Maitland Ward's was for the Deeper series for Drift in Deeper.
Yeah.
And those are all really well shot from the clips and stuff that I can find when I go online and look stuff up.
Mm-hmm. This was interesting. I don't know if I'm pretty sure it's happened before, but Best Boy Girl Scene was an interracial scene.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting. It's one of those. One, I'm glad Jax won an award, but also it's just what the hell, as far as the way interracial porn works bothers me.
Why is that?
Well, because non-black interracial performers demand more for interracial scenes as far as pay.
Okay.
This is a whole thing they were talking about, doing those, and it probably started from way back when, where white, performers didn't want to do porn with black, performers. And so in order to get them to do it, they would pay them more. The problem is now that's a thing where now they just demand more money to do interracial scenes. It only works one way though. Like say, black woman does a porn with a black guy, she doesn't get paid more, even though it's still interracial.
True.
But only the white actresses get paid more than, for doing interracial porn like that. And it's just like, that's fucked up. Like, how is this okay?
It looks like actually best 3-way sex scene and best foursome orgy scene are all. Oh wow, that's not a foursome. That's definitely more than a foursome. Jesus Christ! But yeah, that's all interracial too, because that's 6 women and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, there's
5,
18 of
6,
them total.
7, 8,
I counted
9,
earlier.
10, 11, 12. Yeah,
yeah.
But here's the thing with a name like Brickzilla or Stretch, I might have to ask for a little more too, because there might be some damage. Like,
the thing is, you're gonna make more on those anyway, depending on how the pay structures work anyway. Because clearly, interracial porn is in high demand, so you can make a lot of money off of it.
I was actually surprised that Blacked Raw won more awards than just Blacked.com itself.
Yeah. It surprises me as well because I don't like those as much. It's one of those, like, I don't like the way they're shot.
Yeah, because it's all like for POV, camera phone, cell phone kind of footage, and yeah.
Shitty cinematography is what we're saying.
Angela White, my girl, again, I like them bigger.
Yeah, she won a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Well, best anal sex and best blow bang with a shit
and best gangbang.
Yeah. For Porn Star Therapy.
Basically, 7. Angela White can take a lot of dicks, y'all. Like,
clearly.
Let's see.
And we get into
also,
international
it wasn't until recently that I knew what gonzo meant.
Would you like to explain?
Basically, gonzo is the kind of porns where they kind of like do when they're kind of walking around you. They acknowledge the camera, kind of.
Okay.
So, kind of like where you ever see the ones where they act like they met somebody and they're like trying to act like they're shooting a documentary or something.
Yeah.
I think that's what they consider gonzo, is those where they're acknowledging that there's a camera, kind of.
Or would it be like Bang Boss or
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't know if Bang Boss would qualify.
Where they go in, they've got Money Talks, where they go in, they meet a girl, they've got the camera, they're like, oh, what's the camera for? And they're like, oh, well, we're just recording blah 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 blah.
Yeah. I think that's what they mean when they say gonzo. If I'm correct, I've been trying to figure that out for quite some time, and yesterday I was doing more extensive research as we had to, because we have to cover these things.
Exactly,
the hard hitting news. I figured out what gonzo was.
You have a VR headset, right?
Yes, somewhere.
Okay. Because best virtual reality sex scene featuring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 women and 1 dude might be something you might want to check out on that VR headset. I haven't even heard, like, I looked up Lainey Gray. I looked up the best new starlet, Charlie Summer. But yeah, some of these I've never even heard of.
Let's see. We got. Let's look at a couple other things a little further down. Things that can affect us more directly as well. So, best enhancement manufacturer was Wicked Sensual Care.
Mm-hmm.
Best fetish manufacturer, XR Brands. Move down a little bit further. Lingerie and apparel, Envy Menswear. That was an interesting one. The best lingerie or apparel line was a men's line.
Yeah.
Guess what, folks? Men can get their own lingerie too.
Best lubricant brand. I'm assuming JO stands for jerk off.
Probably. I would still call it Joe.
Yeah. But I was looking at even last night, doing this research and everything. I started looking into OEGA Novelty, Thank Me Now, and because those are the best pleasure product manufacturers from the AVN Awards, and who knows pleasure products better than the adult video community.
You know what? You Probably right about that. However, this seemed like a good time to let you all know that this show today is brought to you by MySensualSecrets.com. Yeah, that's right. We are brought to you by MySensualSecrets.com. MySensualSecret.com boasts one of the largest categories on the web across all the varying levels of adult toy categories, with adult toys for him, for her, or for both. All of that. The product line is extensive compared to other competitors in the sexual awareness industry. Orders always ship within 24 hours, so customers are always satisfied with both the price and quality. MySensualSecrets.com has top-rated reviews and exceptional customer service. All right, so go to sensual.creatiaworld.com to receive 10% off your order today. All right, that's sensual.creatiaworld.com to receive 10% off. Anyway, what were you saying?
I was just, as we were doing that, we were going through funny story. So yesterday was my wife's birthday, and she had never been to Starved Rock, so we went up there and I did all the things I hate. I was outside during the winter in nature.
Wait, she had never been to what?
Starved Rock.
I don't know what that is.
It's in Illinois. It's 13-mile long, essentially like a state park where they've got little waterfalls, and it was all carved out from when the water, the ice caps melted and flooded Illinois, and the water ran down and all that.
Yeah, it's the winter time.
It's a giant state park out here. Yeah, but she'd never been. She always wanted to go, and we had a great time actually. But as we were driving, I saw a billboard for the Lion's Den, and I was like, "Hey, fuck Starved Rock. Let's go to the Lion's Den." And she laughed, and she's like, "No, I really want to go to Starved Rock." But they won best large retail chain.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. As far as categories go, that were just interesting to me. Let's go down to the fan votes.
Okay.
Favorite female porn star. Who do you think that was before you look at it?
Oh, I had already looked at it. But
you already know it was Angela White. Yeah. Okay. Well, favorite male porn star, the man with 1,000 jobs, Johnny Sins. All right.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, if you all have seen, if you don't know who that is, he's the one from the memes that people are always talking about. Like, he's had every job in the world. Like, he's an entrepreneur. He's just been a doctor. He's been an astronaut. he's been everything. Favorite trans porn star, Daisy Taylor. I'm not familiar with Daisy, but congratulations to you. Hottest newcomer, Scarlett Jones.
I didn't get this far down the list, and I wish I had, because I would have looked her up last night when I was doing this.
Yeah, I don't know Scarlett Jones. I don't know Scarlett Jones. I do know Kendra Lust.
I still think that should have been Ava Adams, but that's...
I mean, hey, maybe I don't even remember who won last year. Maybe she won last year, Yeah. Or maybe she'll win for the Pornhub Awards. We don't know. Or maybe just Ava Adams hasn't dropped that fire this past year. Maybe she's just been, she's been phoning in.
Ava Adams doesn't phone in. Favorite BBW star, Alex Blair.
Yeah, I don't know her.
And there's no picture either.
Yeah, we have to look that one up, because I don't know her. Let's see. Alex Blair. No, that's not who I'm looking for. This is some real estate dude.
Here, let me ask you. In your opinion, for all the porn that you watch, most amazing ass right now, who you got?
I think they chose correctly.
You do?
I do. I think Abella Danger has a fantastic ass.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to porn I've seen, it's just like, yeah, I get it.
And I agree with most spectacular boobs as well, because Jesus
Christ. Sure you do. I'm sure you do. Okay, Alex Blair.
Favorite camming cosplayer, Purple Bitch.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm just like, oh, that's the name you went with. All right, Purple Bitch. All right. I mean, you know what? It worked. You want clearly you resonate with fans. So let's see. favorite cam girl, favorite cam guy. I don't know either one of them, but
I am familiar. Hottest boy girl creator collab, Violet Myers. I am familiar with Alex Mack.
I do know Violet Myers. She's such a fucking nerd. I follow her too.
Mm-hmm. Jesus, Angela won fucking everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She won a shitload of things. Violet Myers also won favorite. Hottest solo creator content.
Mm-hmm. Hall of Fame.
Yeah, let's talk about the Hall of Fame. How many of them do you know in the Hall of Fame?
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna. I gotta read the men's names. Johnny Sins is probably the only dude I know, but I know obviously Sasha Grey, Kendra James, Pinky, and Gina Carrera. I all know, and Isla Fox. Yeah, so the majority of the women. The only two I don't think I know by name is Angela Long and Annette Schwartz.
Angel Long, actually.
Angel Long, yeah.
It just shows you, you don't know who that is. But I know Sasha Grey. I know Isla Fox. I know Pinky. Marco Banderas, I wouldn't have known his name, but his face looks familiar to me.
Sure you're not thinking of Antonio?
Johnny Sins, I know. Huh?
What?
You said what? I'm not sure what.
I said, you sure you're not just thinking of Antonio?
I don't know. I don't know who Antonio looks like. What Antonio looks like. What does Antonio look like?
You don't know what Antonio Banderas looks like?
Oh, Antonio Banderas. I thought you were talking about. Okay. I'm like,
yeah, his cousin, Marco's cousin.
No, I was talking about it. I said his face looks familiar.
Yeah, like not his cousin, name. Antonio.
But his face looks familiar. I'm not sure what I've seen him in, but yeah. John Paul the Pope. I don't know, but that's an interesting name to go with, sir.
I wonder if he only does like specific fetish Catholic porn.
Like he only does porn dressed as the Pope?
Yeah, exactly. Or like a reverend. Like I stick straightly to religious porn. I only fuck nuns.
If I say it's only him fucking nuns. And he never takes the Pope hat off because
absolutely not. Pope hat stays on during sex.
It's just like Chuck Norris's hat in Walker, Texas Ranger. It never comes off. Oh man. This was fun. Anything else that stood out here with you?
Apparently Peter Ackworth is a founder of AVN, I'm assuming, because he got a Hall of Fame founders branch. Yes, one thing that did stand out to me. If anyone that's listening to this voted favorite podcast, Plug Talk, we need to get, maybe not for the AVN, but maybe for the Pornhub Awards, y'all can, slide Smack in a Raw or any other Creatia World property.
Hell yeah.
A vote or two for favorite porn podcast because we count. We matter.
We do. 100% vote for us next year. Like, for real. Like, when the Pornhub Awards come up, you all need to think of us and put us in for that. Whole web campaign needs to be going to vote us for favorite podcast for the Pornhub Awards.
I agree. I understand that, there's not a whole lot of nudity in our porn podcast, but
so what?
You vote for us, maybe we'll work something out.
Exactly. I might flash a titty,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, I think as far as everyone I know and shit I was really, really interested in, we covered the most of it, the majority of it. And like I said, I got to look at a few new people that I was not
I'm not even sure what she's referring to here, but yeah, sure can. Just like with mysensualsecrets.com. Go to sensual.creationworld.com, get 10% off. I'm not even sure what she's talking about sliding in easier with, but yeah, get some lube from there.
Well, I said that slide us in a vote.
Got it.
That's where that's coming from. Or she's, maybe it's time to let you go so you could do your thing. Because I know she's not talking to me.
Nah. It might be. You might be right. But yeah, anything else with this one you want to? Just the podcast thing? Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Hottest oral creator collab was interracial again, but there's your girl Angela White again. Hottest trans creator collab, Small Hands is his name. He went with Small Hands.
Listen, there are a lot of benefits to small hands. Everything looks bigger in a pair of small hands.
This is true. Okay. I'll let that go. Are we am I the only one that's kind of disappointed that Purple Bitch doesn't have purple hair?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You know what I do love about porn though?
What do you love about porn?
Some things never change. Because like now you're getting a lot of this high quality, like you've got Deeper and The Bargain, things that we talked about, right?
Spidey Pool.
But then that's parody porn, but then like as you scroll down, best MILF female mixed stage series or channel, Filthy Moms, or best multi-partner movie limited series, Threesome Fantasies 12. Like those still exist.
Like there's 12 of them. Like how you got to number 12.
But
there's others I'm sure that have gotten far more than that. It's like, I don't know, Super Sluts 78 or some shit.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is growing up for us, that like you'd go on and you try and find the porn on the TV and shit, and that's all you'd see is everything had like a number after it. It was like the WrestleMania of porn. Everything was like Backdoor Sluts Volume 9. And I was worried that was going to go away with the internet, but no, here we are. Threesome Fantasies 12.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, man. I think we can move on from the Pornhub Awards. Now I know we can talk about this all day, but there's one other thing I wanted to talk about, and that's Netflix cancels another show because that's what they be doing. You are absolutely right. Booty Talk 33. Yes. Yes, I remember Booty Talk. I wonder if they're still making Booty Talk. They should keep making Booty Talk.
If not, I'm sure you can go find the first 1 through 33.
I'm sure there's more than 33.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, they canceled a show that they renewed, actually.
Yeah, because Netflix. So, yeah. This one, this story comes from comicbook.com, article written by Nick Valdez. So check this out. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you all here. But basically, Netflix is continuing its recent string of notable cancellations by canceling a fan favorite adult animated program after just one season released. Adult animation has been enjoying some success with Netflix's streaming service, and even franchises like Big Mouth have gone on to be big hits. Typo there. They have spawned multiple seasons and spin-offs of their own. Blah 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 blah. But they canceled Inside Job, people. Inside Job. If you all know, that's the one where basically they're the ones that work for government agencies that are hiding all the conspiracies from us and shit. That's what it's about. It's pretty funny. It was a good show. First season was released in 2 parts. I guess after the second part, like not enough people were watching, so goodbye. And the reason why I even wanted to bring this up is because it's a trend for streaming services, period, with them like just canceling shit like that or just getting rid of shit. Because I don't know if you've been following what HBO has been doing. Me
personally?
Yeah, I don't know if you have. I don't know. But
not 100%, no.
So Warner Brothers has decided, for one, they canceled a few movies that they were doing, like a bunch of DC movies they were working on. Like they even shot it and everything. Like Batgirl, not happening. But also
they hired a new leader for the DCU, and he's basically
before
rebooting that whole
that
shit.
Was before James Gunn came in, though. Like they did this a while ago.
Oh, really?
But also stuff that was already on HBO Max, they're starting to take it all off, even though they own it all. Reason being, they take that stuff off, they can write it off as a loss for tax purposes. Yeah.
Interesting.
Exactly. So a bunch of different shows that were on there. Like there's one animated show that was on there called Close Enough, I think is what it was called. funny show. It was actually like about like millennials, like our people our age, like right now, and dealing with the world and how like this stuff is like people younger than us are weird as fuck, people older than us is weird as fuck, and it's just like it's a whole lot of that happening. And then the thing that really got me, they not only did they cancel the show, they took it off the service, so you can't even watch it anymore. They also removed Westworld.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I never got caught up with the last season.
Me neither. Can't do it now. It's gone.
I could.
You gotta buy the DVD.
Was it season 5 or 4? Was the last?
I believe
season?
It's 4.
Okay, so I couldn't remember if I had watched 3 or not, and I started rewatching 3, and then I got distracted and never got back to it.
Yeah.
And now, wow, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, that's what they do. And the thing is, part of it is because all these streaming services come out and there's too many of them. I'll admit there's too many. But problem is, I'm thankful for pretty much all of them, because had it not been for them, I wouldn't be getting more Star Trek right now. Like, that's the thing. Like, things like that. Like, there wouldn't be 3 new Star Trek series that have come out in the past 5 years if it weren't for the fact that all these streaming services popped up, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't have Star Trek Discovery, Picard, Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Like, it's just like, I wouldn't have that if it wasn't for that, because nobody else was going to pay to get that made except for Paramount, you know? Because they own that. Like, this is our thing. If we're going to start our streaming service, we got to use what we got. We got Star Trek. Let's do that. Or like, well, Prime Video was around for a long time, but that Lord of the Rings thing would not have happened if it were not for Prime and Amazon money, you know? Like, it's even though I had my issues with that show, it was very to me. It was beautiful, but it was, as far as story goes, okay.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, all those things exist because all these streaming services pop. Like, having all those episodes of The Office on Peacock was an annoyance to me until they started putting out the ones that had the full director's cuts of the episodes, with like all the extra scenes put in. So all the episodes like 30 something minutes long now instead of 22. All these scenes I hadn't seen before. That's fun. That's cool. But
Peacock just sucks.
Well, Peacock is a trash app. Exactly. It is. It's
and so is Paramount. Unfortunately,
Paramount is bad too, but it's not as bad as Peacock.
See, Peacock I could navigate. No, so Peacock is the way it's set up and laid out sucks, but Paramount is laggy as shit.
That's what Peacock does to me. Peacock, I'll be watching and it'll just randomly just turn the show off. Really? And then I'll go to start it up again, and it gets to that one point in the show and it turns off again. So I just don't get to watch that show if I'm watching it like on the PlayStation on Peacock. It doesn't work. On that particular episode of specific shows, it just says, you know what? No. Or sometimes when I'm watching stuff for Return to Wrestling, so I'll be watching Nitro, and it just glitches out and just, it's not even just to cut off the episode thing then. It's just like the whole app just crashes and turns off. It's just always something with Peacock.
I haven't had that issue on the Xbox, just saying.
Well, it's not just PlayStation. It's like on my Samsung TV too. It does that. Like, it's just like, it just crashes, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Huh. On my phone, never an issue, but on the computer, never an issue. But it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, Paramount lags sometime for me, but hardly ever.
I always have. I mean, I don't think I've been on since the shows went off, but I've consistently had like the Paramount app both on the Xbox, on my tablet, and on my phone. Mm-hmm. Just like, it's slow as shit to load anything, and I'll click something and it'll lag, and then I'm like clicking other shit that I don't mean to click by the time it catches up, and I fucking hate that app.
Yeah. I mean, neither one of them is great. I think Peacock is worse. You could be right. Paramount's worse. I'm not about to argue the shiniest turd here. It's just, it is what it is. But
I'm clearly the shiniest turd.
All that to say, I'm thankful that these streaming services exist, but it does kind of start to get bloated. So I kind of I can see why it can be a problem, because there's only so much of the market share to go around, and everybody can't have everybody. So I get it, but my thing is, all the cancellations are just like, yo, why did you even bother doing it in the first place then? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like with the stuff on Netflix is a weird thing because people were saying like that Netflix couldn't sustain what they were doing anyway because they just kept putting shit out. And like it was like they were approving everything. Everybody had a fucking show on Netflix.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was a bubble that was eventually gonna burst. But the other ones are the problem because like, yo, Warner Brothers, you own all this shit. So like you just take it all away and it's like, oh, we bought into this service because it was our understanding this shit would be here. Like apparently they took like a whole bunch of seasons of Looney Tunes off of there too. I'm like, really? Looney Tunes?
We'll talk about it more tomorrow, but that also has me worried because they're the front runner to buy something else, or not a front runner, but they're in the talk of buying something else, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow when we come back.
Yeah, we'll be back
to
tomorrow.
Do this again.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and close out here. That'll be it for this particular episode of the Creatia Conversation. Thanks for joining us for lunch. Join us again tomorrow. Don't forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at It's Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. As always, I'm not telling you how to spell world. If you don't know how to spell world, get a goddamn dictionary. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World, where you get all our good stuff there. We also have other podcasts. In particular, we got one from the Warden Matt Ritter and Vince Daddy Delgado, Smacking It Raw. Matt, tell them where they can find that Facebook group.
You guys can find that at facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw.
All right. That's every Friday night live, everywhere you see us here. Also, podcast services everywhere. You can also follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Matt, where can they find you?
You guys can follow me on Twitter only at either Matt Ritter, that is at MATTRIDDER, or at Getting Offed, which is the other show that I do for Creatia World, which covers horror whenever we have time to get to it, and kind of bi-weekly, but again, hiatus with the holidays, but that will be coming back. So either one of those, you can follow me there. At Matt Ritter will get you all the Smack and Raw stuff. Getting Off to get you all the horror stuff.
Cool. Also, if you're watching live, thank you very much. If you're not watching live, watch live. Come at us. Twitch.tv/Creatia World, YouTube.com/Creatia World. We're live both there and on Facebook at Facebook.com/Creatia World. I think that'll be it. Anything else you got, Matt?
I'm good.
All right. Well, then we'll catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, we out.
Peace.